Coming to you with a look at an interesting piece of Nintendo history. Back in 1989/1990, that era, Scholastic released a book series called The Worlds of Power. These books had two things about them. One, as you probably can guess, these books are based off of NES games. There were several of these books. There was Blaster Master, there was Mega Man 2, there was Castlevania 2, and Metal Gear, and the one that I have is the third in the series, it says here, and it is Ninja Gaiden. Uh, this is the only one in the series that I have, and I have read, mostly, and, basically, they take the plots of the games that are pretty thin to begin with, because they're NES games, that's understandable, and kind of flesh it out in a very poor way. Imagine the worst children's book that you ever read, and just slap a Nintendo license on it. This is pretty much what these books are. The second thing is that the books claim that they're written by one author. The author's name is FX9. And in reality, there's actually a team of writers, 9 writers to be exact, which is probably the reason the fake pen name is FX9. So, on to the book. Now, the first thing I noticed about this book, is that if you can see it, Ryu is not holding the kunai. For some reason, Scholastic didn't like it when they used violent content. Like, on the Mega Man 2 book, the gun that was in his hand is missing. But a curious thing that I found is that Ryu is still holding his sword. Did they completely miss that, or something? Because if they're going to take the knife out, they might as well take the sword out, too. Just saying. So I'll just read the back of this book here. Ninja Action. Journey with Ninja Ryu deep into the mysterious Amazon jungle to battle a deadly force of incredible power. The legendary demon is about to awake from its 700-year nap, and only the ninja can save the world from destruction. The complete story of the Nintendo action-adventure game, with loads of game-solving hints throughout. And see what it says? Loads of game-solving hints here? You should hear some of these hints. Look, I'll find one here. And they're like, to beat Jaquito, I think I'm saying that right. Use the art of the fire wheel and shoot him once, run to the left and shoot him again. Then run to the right and repeat again and again. This is all obvious stuff that you would probably get. Number one, there's no guarantee that you have the art of the fire wheel, so that's kind of dumb to begin with. And number two, it just sounds retarded. Like, these hints are really poorly worded. If you want, like, hints for Nintendo games, do not base them off of these books. Look on GameFAQs or something like that. But, anyway, to go over the reason I don't really like this book that well is just the way they word it. Whoever wrote this book is probably the first book they've ever written, because it is very poorly worded. I just found this out just now. This book released back in 1990, July 1990, to believe it or not. So this book is 30 years older than I am. The storyline is there in the book. It's pretty much the game's plotline just stretched out and even dumbed down sometimes. Like, Dr. Smith, who was killed in the NES game, still lives in this. There are some stupid backplot story added, like the 3 guys in the diner in here challenge him to a fight, and then Irene comes up and shoots him with that little stun gun that was in the beginning of the freaking game. So, and the thing that really got me about this book is that Ryu's father, Ken Hayabusa, who dies at the end of the game, lives. That was the nice turning point in the game, and they completely screwed it up here. So, just because of that, I don't like the book. So, I mean, I know there's more books in the series that I'm getting into, but I'm just going to go over that one because I have not read that thing all the way. I just skimmed it a little bit because I already knew that it was going to be stupid, and I was correct. So, if you find this somewhere on eBay or anything, don't pick these up. They're not worth it. They're not even worth having in a video game collection. Hang on. So, I didn't pay for this thing, thank the Lord. I think my friend let me borrow it so I can do this through review. So, I do not recommend you pick this up, even if you're a collector, because this is by far the worst Nintendo-based thing I have ever seen, aside from the Nintendo Game Packs, which are these retarded little things that have bubblegum and little mini-games and that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's an interesting collectible, I guess, an interesting piece of NES history, so it's got something going for it, but in reality, you shouldn't even bother with this. This has been Vic Viper. I will return with another video, blog, vidlog, whatever you want to call it, shortly. See you guys later.